Students, before learning about electrical current and or current electricity, let us learn some activities, and from these activities what information you are going to get. We'll see these activities, and from these activities we can learn the subject, what is meant by electric current. We can get proper definition from these activities. So in activity 1, see, this is situation 1 where take a bulb, a battery and switch. You are taking a bulb, battery and a switch and few insulated copper wire. Insulated copper wires you are taking. Now connect the ends of copper wire to the terminals of the battery through the bulb and switch. Now switch on the circuit and observe the bulb. It's very simple activity, right? So you are taking a bulb. This is a bulb. And you are connecting this to a battery through insulated copper wires. This is battery B and here it is bulb. What is your observation? Here is a switch. You are switching on this key. What is your observation? Obviously, when you do this activity, you can clearly notice that bulb glow, right? Bulb glow. That is one thing you can learn from activity 1. Now coming to activity 2, remove the battery from the circuit and connect the remaining components to make the complete circuit. So what you are asked now in the situation 2, you are taking this bulb and you are joining this without battery. You are connecting the wire. There is no battery. Now what is your observation? Obviously, as there is no battery over here, bulb does not glow. Bulb will not switch on. That is in the situation 2. Now coming to situation 3, replace the copper wires with nylon wires and connect the nylon wires to the terminals of the battery through a bulb and switch. Now switch on the circuit and observe the bulb. Do bulb glow? So what you are doing is you are replacing copper wire with nylon wires. Nylon is nothing but cloth, right? You are taking replacing copper wire with nylon wire. So simply you will be taking another nylon wire and you are connecting it to a battery, right? Here is bulb and this is nylon wire. When you replace copper wire with nylon wire, obviously you could observe that bulb does not glow. Bulb does not glow. So we have these 3 activities. In the situation 1, when you are connecting bulb, copper wire and battery, bulb is able to glow, bulb switch on. Whereas in situation 2, if you are removing battery, there is no, this bulb does not work. And in situation 3, if you are replacing copper wire and you are placing nylon over there, then even bulb does not glow. Now the question is, can you predict the reason for bulb not glowing in situation 2 and situation 3? So you can clearly answer in situation 2 and situation 3 what happens. You can answer yourself. In situation 2, bulb is not glowing because you do not have power source there. There should be some energy source. Then only that energy source will be converting its energy into some other form of energy. So in situation 2, if you do not have battery, battery is the power source. It is the energy source over there. What does this battery do? It converts chemical energy into electrical energy. When you are removing that battery, there is no source of energy in the circuit. As a result, no energy gets converted into other form. As a result, bulb does not glow in situation 2. So from situation 2, what do you learn? Whenever, in order to work out any circuit, any electrical circuit, definitely there should be some energy source. Generally, battery is the energy source in electrical circuits. Battery stores energy in the form of chemical energy. When you are connecting it through a wire with some electrical consumers, that electrical energy get transferred to all those components. So chemical energy is converted into electrical energy by that battery. That is happening in situation 2, as energy source is absent there. You do not have any energy source, so bulb does not glow. Coming to situation 3, you are replacing copper wire with nylon wire. Battery is there, but nylon wire you are using. What is happening in situation 3? It is that source is there, energy source is there, consumer is there, but the path which you are connecting consumer and energy source is with some other wire, like it is nylon wire. It is not allowing electrical energy to pass through that wire. Okay, so therefore nylon wires does not transfer electrical energy through them. Okay, that is happening in situation 3. Remember that we are replacing copper wire with nylon wires, right? As a result, the type of material is being changed. So the nature of substance plays an important role in transfer of energy. Now, when you are connecting bulb with battery, the nature of this material, this is material which you are connecting, right? So the nature of this material plays important role in transferring of electrical energy. The material which transfer energy from battery to the bulb, it is called as a conductor. It is called as conductor. And the material which cannot transfer energy from battery to the bulb, it is called as non-conductor. So conductor is that which allow electrical energy to pass through them, whereas non-conductor is the material which does not allow electrical energy to pass through them. So two types of classifications we have based on electrical energy. One is conductor and the other one is non-conductor. Now you have one question here. Why do all materials does not act as conductors? And question number 2. How does a conductor transfer energy from source to the bulb? These two questions we are going to answer in next coming slides. So Drude and Lawrence have studied about electrical conductivity of different materials. They have found the reason why nylon is unable to transfer electrical energy, why copper is able to transfer electrical energy. They have studied the reason, and finally they have proposed a theory of conductivity, and they propose that conductors like metals contain large number of free electrons. They contain large number of free electrons, while positive ions are being fixed to their locations, and this positive ions fixed to their positions, it is called as a lattice. Now you could see in this figure, right? In this figure you can see when you are dealing with electrical conductors, you can check it up. In this animation video, you are able to see that one is positive charge. Positive charge is being fixed at its position. This is positive charge. This is positive charge. These are it's positive charge, but it is called as an ion. Why it is called as an ion? If an electron is being removed from that atom, then it gains positive charge. It is called as an ion. So these all are ions, right? Now, is there any motion in the ion? There is no motion of ions. Ions are being fixed to their positions, but only electrons are able to move in a conductor, right? So metals has this property. In case of metals are solids, right? Very strong solids. So in solids, because of closer overlapping of the outermost orbitals, the valence electrons get converted into free electrons, and as a result these electrons are able to move freely throughout this particular metal. And the free electrons is responsible for electric charge to flow, and electrical energy for flowing in this conductor, free electrons are more responsible. If there are no free electrons, then it does not transfer any electrical energy. So those materials which has abundant free electrons, such are called as, they are called as conductors. They will allow electrical energy to pass through them. Whereas in case of non-conductors, there are no free electrons. If there are no free electrons, then electrical energy cannot be transferred, because ions will be there in their own position and electrons will be in their own position. They are not free to move. So that is the reason here, as you can see in the animation, all the electrical charges, they are charges are moving. They are moving randomly in different directions. You can check it up in the animation. Ions are fixed to their own position, which is fixed at lattice position, and electrons are able to move freely, and they are able to move randomly in its own direction. They do not have specific direction. They are able to move randomly in all possible directions. That is what a conductor is being classified based on its free electrons. Free electrons are responsible for electrical energy getting transferred in the conductor. Right. See here, as when you are connecting a wire. Now, from past 3 slides, we are clear that for transfer of electrical energy, definitely we will be using a conductor. And a conductor is that material which is a metal. And that metal has free electrons. Free electrons are responsible for conduction. And now you are taking such wire. This is a wire. As I already told you, if it is simply a wire, all electrons are moving randomly in different directions. So due to random motion of electrons, net current in it is 0. Net current in this is 0 because the effect produced by one motion of one electron is nullified by the effect produced by the other one. So that is the reason why overall net current in this is 0. So I can write it as I net is not equal, I net is equal to 0. This is equal to 0. Now coming to this second case, you are connecting a wire to a battery. You are connecting a wire to a battery. This is battery. When you are connecting wire to the battery, what is happening here? Electrons which are previously randomly moving, those all electrons get ordered. This is ordered motion of electrons. Why there is ordered motion for the electron? Because you are connecting a battery. And what does this battery do? Battery will set up electric field. Battery will set up electric field throughout the wire. Battery will set up electric field throughout the wire, and that electric field is always directed from positive charge, positive terminal of the battery to negative terminal of the battery. So that is usually in this direction. This is electric field setup. Electric field is set up because of the battery, and that is in which direction? It is from positive terminal to negative terminal. Now this is electric field E. Electric field is set up due to this battery which you are connecting over here. This battery will set up electric field, and when a charged particle is in this electric field, it will experience a force. Charged particle. Charged particle. What is charged particle? Electron is the charged particle in this wire. So this electron will experience a force. This electron will experience a force. and that is in which direction? You have F is equal to Q into E. Now as this charged particle is electron, electron will have negative charge, so it is minus Q into E. Force and electric field both are opposite to each other. So that is the reason why this green ink arrow mark are pointing leftward, but red ink arrow marks are pointed rightward. See, this is an electron. Electron is moving right side. It is opposite to that of the electric field which is set up in the battery. It is because electric charges which are negatively charged particles, they move opposite to the electric field. If it is positively charged particle, they will be experiencing force in the direction of electric field. Right? Now this is clear. In this particular slide, we have learned that in general, when you are taking a metallic conductor, usually there will be random motion of the electrons. As a result, net current will be equal to 0. When you are connecting it to battery, battery will set up the electric field throughout the conducting material. Because of that electric field, every charged particle will experience a force, and that force is in opposite direction to that of electric field if it is negative charge. Because of that, all the charged particles are forced to move in particular direction, and that is exactly opposite to that of electric field. So all electrons move from negative terminal to positive terminal of the battery because electric field is set up in opposite direction, right? So this is the way all electrons get randomly moved in the wire when you are connecting a battery, right? This ordered motion of electrons is nothing but called as, it is known as electric current. This ordered motion of electrons in a conductor is called electric current.